of you work with people that I call ploppers? You know what ploppers are? Ploppers are those kinds of people that come into your office and they plop. You know how those people are? Especially if you're a boss, right? If you're a boss, those people come into your office and they plop. Because here's what they've realized. If I'm plopping in front of the boss's desk, I'm working. You're on the telephone and somebody appears in front of your desk and you're on the telephone and you say, can't you see him on the telephone, you idiot? I mean, not that complex. And then the person starts doing this. We all been there? It's that important. From now on, when that happens, what I want you to do is give him the finger. Give him the finger. This is the finger. Right? This is the finger. This finger means I'm on the phone for 1 minute. Sit down. This means I'm on for 5. Go get a cup of coffee and come back. This means I'm on for the rest of your life. Called the bye-bye. If you adopt these as a group, nobody gets upset. And I mean, quite honestly, if I want to talk to you about something important, Gail, and you give me the bye-bye, you're not going to be able to give me your undivided attention. And you may set a rule that if you bye-bye somebody, you have to get back by the end of the day. You have to send them an email. But I mean, simple enough things. And if everybody knows what the techniques are, it saves lots of time. They are coming back from Florida to Warren, Ohio, and they're driving what I refer to as the grandpa car, the Buick LeSabre. Everybody in a Buick LeSabre has got silver hair. So they're driving in it, and they have to spend the night at a hotel. Now, my dad has a couple prejudices, seem kind of silly, but this is his 2 prejudices. Number 1, he doesn't like to stay in hotel rooms, in hotel beds, and it has something to do with the fact that he was a submarine sailor in World War II, and I don't know how that has anything to do with it, but he doesn't like it. And the other prejudice he has, oh, he's cheap. Well, that's not really a prejudice, that's just him. So they check into this hotel at midnight, and they are checking out of the hotel at 5 o'clock in the morning, right on schedule, and they go to check out, and the guy behind the desk hands my dad a bill for $350. My father says, $350? We were only here 5 hours. My wife made the bed, because Mom could never leave a room dirty, right? I mean, she just couldn't do it. And we said, well, sir, you don't understand. Last night we had the cast from MASH here, Alan Alda, Loretta Swit, and they played Streetcar Named Desire, and the tickets for that were $100, and that was included. And we also had champagne and caviar, and that was included. That was another $50. My father says, okay. He says, and then this morning, he says, but I didn't go to any champagne and caviar, Alan Alda thing. He said, but sir, you could have. It was included. My father, He says, and then this morning, sir, we have champagne and caviar breakfast and eggs Benedict, and that's another $100, and that's included. My dad says, I'm not going to drink any champagne before I drive the car. You're some kind of a nut. Guy said, but sir, it's included. You could have. My father said, give me that bill. And the guy gives my dad the bill, and my dad scribbles something on the bill. He reaches in his pocket, and he pulls out a $100 bill, and he hands it to the guy. And he hands him this note. And the guy says, sir, this is only $100. My father says, read the note. The guy reads the note. $250 for sleeping with my wife. The guy said, I didn't sleep with your wife. My father said, you could have. Now, I used to have a lot of people work for me, and I had a lot of ploppers. And I want to tell you about 2 of my favorite kind of ploppers. One kind of plopper I had the sky is falling plopper. All right? No matter what happened, an ad with something would come in the newspaper. This would update your resumes. We're all going to be out of work tomorrow. Right? That kind of plopper. And when he would get to me, he would always be out of breath. You know, just had to get this information to me. Just had to get this information to me. And so when he would come in, I picked up the phone. Who was on the telephone? Nobody. But when I saw Frank, he was always red in the face, out of breath. I'd put my hand over and I'd say, Frank, I've got the president of the company on the phone. And I'm in meetings all day. I can see how important this is for you. I'll meet with you tonight after work at 7:30. Ew. Frank just got detention. Now, I also readjusted it whether Frank was a morning person or an afternoon person. Because I had some people that what they did is they screeched into the parking lot, ran and punched in, then went to their desk and sat there and ate their cereal. All right? Those people were not morning people. So what I would say to that person is, I can see how important this is, and I'm tied up all day tomorrow. Today, I'll tell you what, tomorrow 5:30, I'll buy you breakfast, Waffle House. What could be better than that? I'm even buying that person breakfast. You know what that person realized? Ooh, this is not a good place to plop. Can I have all the squares stand up, please? me tell you about the squares. They don't follow instructions. I didn't say sit down. Get back. All right, let me tell you about the squares. The squares are the best problem solvers you will have in your organization. You give them a problem, they'll solve it. Sit down. All right? And now I need all of the circles to stand up, please. All right. I want everybody to take a good look at the circle, because they either have a problem with sex or alcohol. Sit down and stop advertising. Now, the other person I had was my person I called the corporate conscience. They were the person that knew everybody's business. You know what I mean? Oh no, you can't send them on a trip together because 20 years ago they had a little love thing and there was some drinking and too much. You know, the people that know all of this stuff, right? All of that information that, oh man, you want to hear it. Don't you? I mean, it's great, but you're not really supposed to. And when that person would come in and feel that they had to give me this information, they had to plop here, I would look at that person and I'd say, you know what? In corporate America today, there's an awful lot of people that have no concern about their coworkers. All they care about themselves is themselves, and they're selfish. I said, but after you telling me this, it shows me that you have a genuine concern for your coworkers. It shows me you also have a little extra time to notice these issues. So for somebody like you who cares enough about people and has a little extra time, I know you're the person that we're signing up for the United Way volunteer. This is what I call a sleepover. Most of you are here for the night, right? And you get too close to people, it can cause trouble. And I'll give you an example of that. I was given a program last summer in Houston, Texas. Anybody here been to Houston, Texas in August? How hot's it get there? Hot, there you go. Okay, I can't say that. Yes, it is hotter than blazes. So how cold do they have it in the convention center? 20 below zero. Yes? So I had a woman sitting, what's your name, ma'am?
I'm Amber.
Amber. I had a woman sitting where Amber's sitting, and she in a sleeveless dress, and she's sitting there like a scared bunny rabbit. She's just frozen. So I said, well, here, ma'am, have my coat. And I gave her my coat, and at the end of the program, she gave me an excellent review. Pay attention. Yes? Huh? Okay. Very good. And when I went home, my wife was helping me sort through my laundry. And as this coat crossed her nostrils, she looked at me and said, who do you know with Chanel number 5? So I don't care how cold you get, you ain't getting it.